Surfshark and private internet access. Two of the top VPNs for the last few years, but in 2024, which VPN is actually better? Well, in this video, I'll be testing out both VPNs and competing them against each other. I'll be testing out the speeds, I'll look at the overall performance and security features that both VPNs offer, and I'll look into the privacy and see which one gives you the best value for money. Now, before I get into testing the actual VPNs, if you want to save a huge amount on your next VPN subscription, this could be on either Surfshark, PIA, or any other VPN, then check out the links in the description where you can get over 85% off and several months free on some of these VPN services. So let's get into the video. So we're going to be starting off with a speed test, and first off I've got Surfshark. So on the left you can see my home internet connection speed, and on the right I have Surfshark connected. So the ping so far has gone from 2 to 5, which is great. It stayed very low, which is great for gaming. And now the download speed has come in, and it looks like I'm getting about a 5% speed drop. Now it's testing my upload speed, and I'm seeing a significant drop in my upload speed. So this could be very bad for Surfshark VPN, but let's see the overall result. So the results are now in, and I've got a 58% speed drop in my upload speed and a 4.32% speed drop in my download speed. Now I did multiple tests on Surfshark's upload speed, and it just kept coming in with a large decrease. So it could have been the time of day or the server I was connecting to that was running into issues when it comes to upload speeds. So let's test out PIA and see how it compares. Okay, so now on the screen you've got the PIA test running, and on the left you can see again my speeds with no VPN, and on the right I've got PIA connected. So my ping has come in and it's gone from 2 to 3, which is great. It's slightly faster than a Surfshark and still very low, which is great for gaming. And now my download speeds have come in, and it's looking actually slightly slower than Surfshark when it comes to the download speed, but it's now testing the upload speed, and this is the kind of upload speed we should expect. About a 5% speed drop is what I'm seeing, but let's see the results. So results are in, and we've got a 6.03% download speed decrease, a bit slower than Surfshark, but then only a 3.36% decrease in our upload speed, and our ping has gone from 2 to 3. So when it comes to speed, private internet access is faster in this instance against Surfshark. So now we've completed the speed test, I want to take a look at the user interface and features of both VPNs. So I'm going to start off with Surfshark first, and then we'll take a look at private internet access. So starting with the user interface, it's very easy to use, and all of the locations are located here. You just click on one of those and connect straight to that location. Along the top, we have a static IP feature. So if you want specific servers with IPs that don't change and they stay static, then you can use one of these. You then have a multi-hop feature, which allows you to route through multiple different servers before you get to your exit server. So let's say I connect to Sweden, but first the VPN routes me through Germany. This further improves your privacy and security. And then they have a dedicated IP feature, which will basically assign you an IP address, and no matter which server you connect to, you will maintain that same IP address. On the VPN settings tab, we have a kill switch, and a kill switch just makes sure that if ever your internet connection were to cut out, before you can actually connect back to the outside world, it would wait until you're connected to Surfshark first. This stops any IP leaks happening and is a great feature. Next up, we have the protocol section, and this just allows you to adjust the protocol. You can either choose between OpenVPN and WireGuard. Usually WireGuard's a bit quicker. Next up, we have the bypasser, which is more commonly known as split tunneling. Just allows you to route certain applications through the VPN and then have other applications run normally. So if you had a Firefox and Chrome browser and you wanted Firefox to have the VPN, but then Chrome to run normally, you could do that with this option. And then finally, they have a unique feature to this VPN, which is a rotating IP feature. This will just consistently rotate your IP in whatever interval you specify. So every 5 minutes, for example, it will give you a new IP address. If you're using the VPN for automation, this could be a great feature, or you might have another use case for it. So next up, we have private internet access, and I have to say I don't like this user interface very much. It's quite complicated and nothing is really labeled. For example, all these quick settings, you have to hover over them to figure out what they are. If you want to open up the locations, you can't do it from this main tab. You have to open up another tab, and then this then shows each location you can choose from. It's a minor thing, but it's slightly inconvenient. And a good thing they do have is on the location tab, it actually shows you the ping to each server, and the servers descend in speed. So the closest location with the fastest speeds will be up the top, and then as you scroll down, the servers get slower and slower. So on this main page, you have some quick settings, but you want to mainly open up the all settings, and then on this page you can adjust the various settings that PIA has. Now PIA has a lot of advanced features and many things to choose from, so you can really customize this VPN to suit you. First up, you got the protocol section, very similar to Surfshark. You can just adjust between OpenVPN and WireGuard. On the network tab, you can choose the DNS server that you want to use. I just leave it on private internet access's own DNS. You can also request port forwarding if you want. I believe it's the only VPN that actually allows for port forwarding. So if you need one for that feature, then PIA is your go-to. On the privacy tab, you have a normal VPN kill switch, same as Surfshark. And then you have an advanced kill switch. So even when you're not connected to the VPN, it won't allow you to connect to the outside world. I've never actually used this feature. I just use the standard kill switch, but someone might have a use case for it. Now you then have PIA Mace, which is just an ad blocker. And then you have the dedicated IP section, same as Surfshark. If you want to maintain the same IP address, you can do that on this tab. You then have a split tunnel feature, same again as Surfshark. Surfshark's bypasser feature actually. If you want to route certain applications through the VPN, then you can use this tab. And then you have a multi-hop feature, which allows you to route through multiple servers to get to your exit location. So overall, if you want more advanced features, I would say PIA has that. But if you just want a simple, easy to use user interface that's very clean and lists everything out for you very simply, then I think Surfshark would be your go-to. So the next thing I want to take a look at is the privacy and security offered by both VPNs. Now, both VPNs use AES 256-bit encryption, which is the same encryption standard as most governments and militaries worldwide. That means all data you send through the VPN to the servers will be encrypted, so no prying eyes can see what data you're actually transmitting. And then both VPNs also use RAM-only servers. That means every time a server is rebooted, no data is stored on it, and there's no hard drives being used. So if anyone were to go to the servers, they wouldn't find any data actually on them that they could retrieve. Now, the main difference between these two VPNs is the jurisdiction that each of them is based out of. So private internet access is based out of the US, which is part of the 5, 9 and 14 Eyes Alliance, which means they share intel between those countries. So if you're planning on going with a privacy VPN, the jurisdiction that PIA is based out of could be a concern for you. Surfshark, on the other hand, isn't that much better. They're based out of the Netherlands, which is slightly more privacy friendly compared to the US, but is still part of the 14 Eyes Alliance and is part of Europe, so they do have to comply with European laws. When it comes to logging users' data, both VPNs employ a no logs policy, and they do not log any of your browsing data, connection timestamps, or bandwidth usage when using the VPN, so no one can identify you and which servers you've connected to. Now, both of these VPNs have been audited by Deloitte, and Deloitte is an independent third party, and they've actually posted the full audits of both VPNs. So PIA was done in August of 2022, and then Surfshark was audited in December. You can read through these full audits and see for yourself whether the both VPN companies are adhering to their no logs policy, but I think you'll find that both are. So what separates these two VPNs when it comes to privacy and security? I just think the main thing is jurisdiction, and for that Surfshark would be the winner. As Surfshark is based out of the Netherlands, it just makes it slightly more privacy friendly than PIA, which is based out of the US. Next up, I want to take a look at streaming services and whether the VPNs are able to bypass any blocks. So when it comes to Netflix, I have tested both VPNs on this platform, and if you go watch my individual reviews of each VPN, you'll see that I've done a full test and managed to bypass the blocks with PIA and Surfshark. So which one was actually better at doing so? Well, both VPNs bypassed any blocks I had, and I was able to access Netflix's full geo-restricted content library. So if there was a show that I couldn't watch because it was only available in Canada, well, I could change my location with both VPNs to that country and access the content. Now, PIA does have streaming optimized servers, which does make it a bit easier to use for Netflix, for example. So here you'll see there's one for Sweden, Italy, Germany, Denmark, and so forth. So you could easily just connect to that server and it would work 100% of the time when using services like Netflix. Whereas if you were to use Surfshark, it might work maybe 80-90% of the time, which is still very high and most servers would work, but you might run into the odd few that don't. So the last thing I want to take a look at is the pricing and which VPN gives you better value for money. So if you use one of the links down in the description, you'll be able to get 82% off of PIA and 3 months free, and that would make the price £1.63 or just under $2, which is great value for money. PIA operates with unlimited devices, as does Surfshark, so you could share this around with your family members, for example, and each of you could connect with a different device and all of them would work at the same time with PIA. They also give you a 30-day money-back guarantee, so if you don't like the VPN, you can easily contact their customer service and get a no questions asked refund. When it comes to Surfshark, you can again get a huge discount by using one of the links in the description, and for that you'll get an extra 2 months free on the subscription and you'll get 85% off, although this number does vary depending on the time of the year. Sometimes it goes up, sometimes it goes down, but it will average out to be about £1.80 per month. So it's slightly more expensive than PIA, and again it does work on an unlimited amount of devices, but it could be the better VPN for you if you care maybe more about privacy or you want a cleaner user interface. So overall, which VPN is better in 2024? And I have to go with private internet access. Although it does lack in terms of its jurisdiction it's based out of, it just offers way more features, it offers quicker speeds, and it works out to be cheaper per month. Surfshark does have some good features and it is in a slightly better jurisdiction of the Netherlands, but for me that's not enough to make it a better VPN compared to PIA. So that sums up my video. I hope you enjoyed. If you want to check out any other VPN reviews, buying guides or comparisons, then check out the rest of my channel.